I'm about to squeeze hot glue directly into wet resin. I honestly don't know if this is going to look amazing or completely ruin it. This might be a brilliant way to create 3D patterns, or it might be one of the worst ideas I've had for a resin project. So today we're testing it properly, clear glue and coloured glue, and then we'll see which survives and whether it works in the moulds. Hot glue is not something I would normally put inside resin, but that's exactly why I want to try it. So the plan is really simple. Resin goes into the mould first, then the hot glue goes straight into the wet resin while it's still liquid. The big question is whether it creates a really interesting shape or pattern inside the resin, or whether it just turns into a cloudy, bubbly mess. Also, we won't know if the hot glue will solidify and go back solid, and then when the resin heats up, it may melt it again and make it look a mess, and then when it cools down, it may be a completely different pattern. I also don't know if it's going to float or not in the resin. The resin I'm going to be using for this is the high gloss epoxy resin by J Diction. Love this resin, great value. That is a rather large mold to do with this. Really a deep pour would be better, but I want to get that exothermic reaction because I want to see what happens when it heats up that hot glue. So I've started pouring that in there now, and it seems at the moment just to be floating on the top and just sitting on the top. That was a bad idea to try and do that, look, because now it's stuck to my stick. I was trying to push it down. So now I'm going to have to take that out and start again. I've only got this filled up halfway at the moment. Once I've got all the glue in there that I want to put in, I will then fill it up the rest of the way with the resin. I've split my resin up into 2 different jugs as well, so it doesn't flash cure. It's quite a slow process because I thought my glue gun would be working a bit quicker than this. I mean, this is a simple plan. The resin goes in the mould, the glue goes in the resin, but it's not as quick as I thought it would be. And where I'm piling it all up, because the glue is so hot, it is kind of melting into just one lump at the moment, as far as I can see. So now I've got that full stick in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cure, that glue, a little bit. Take it off the sides where I've got it attached. And then once it's dry, or once it's gone solid again in the resin, hopefully it will sink. And then I can add some more to it. So I've used the full 2 sticks now. I've let some run down the sides, and what I'm going to do is pour this resin in and fill this right up to the top. I'm not sure if that's going to float or not, but I'm going to do the other one slightly differently, I think, and see what happens. And there we go. Let's split this up again now, because we don't want that to flash cure, do we? And move that to one side. And now I've got the red starting to come through. Look at that, the red glitter. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to allow that to like fall down the sides. Can you see, like this? And then dry in here. And then I'm going to also put some in the actual resin when I fill it up. And this is the red glittery one. I love this. Of course I do. It's got glitter in it. I don't know if this one's going to work. I also don't know if the other one's going to work. But the big question is whether it creates an interesting pattern and something that is a bit unique and different. So there we go. Can you see all that hanging in there now? I'm going to let that dry or go hard before I start to pour the next lot of resin in it, because that might give it the best chance to stay where it is. I'm not even sure if the clear one will show up in the resin or not, or whether it will stay where I've put it, or what sort of pattern it will make. This one I definitely think will show up. And like I said, I'm not trying to make these perfect at this stage, because the real test is what the glue does inside the resin. And what I want to see is whether it floats, whether it makes the resin go cloudy. Well, they've all seemed to have settled off quite nicely now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up halfway with this like spider web of glue in there. And let it come up. I'm trying to pour it in slowly because I haven't degassed this or done anything with it, because I wanted to work quite fast with this. Right, that should do. And now I'm going to pour the rest of this in there. See what happens. In the same way as I did before. Which one do you think, if any, is going to work out? We're probably going to have quite a few trapped micro bubbles in this. I don't mind about that. As I said, it's just a test. You think this is going to work or not? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. It's really satisfying though, doing this. It's not very often I get really excited about what a project is going to come out like, but I am this one. No, I do. I get excited over all of them. What am I talking about? Just to let you know that I've also now started to release my videos early for members, so they get to see the videos 48 hours in advance, and that way I can get to all your comments. Additionally, with membership, there is a free course on how to start a crafting business. It's a really comprehensive course, and I used all my knowledge from being an associate professor at a university in a business school, where I taught small business management and startups. Great course. It's well worth checking it out, and it's free to members. And also, there is competitions in the members group. There are extra discount codes and about 40 or 50, probably nearer 50 other videos that are members only. And it's a great community we have there. So check it out. If you want to join, the link is in the description below. Join from your computer. For some reason, if you join using a tablet or a phone, it charges you an extra £1, and I don't know why. For everyone that got me a coffee last couple of months, your names are coming up now on the coffee board. It is the members and the tips through coffees that I get that allow me to keep making all these projects, and it really does help. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. So thank you. If you'd like to get me a coffee, the link is in the description below. Honestly, it makes a huge difference, and I so appreciate it. Well, that's it now. That's all in there. What I'm going to do is let that go solid, that glue, before I put the rest of the resin in. This one doesn't seem to have floated up, and that might be because the bits that were dangling down the side, similar to this, have stopped it coming up. I can slightly see it. I think without those bits, it would have floated. Right, that is solid enough now. I can gently pour this in. As this resin heats up, it very well may melt that glue again. There we go. I mean, I'm not convinced this one's going to be the most exciting one. I think this one might be. Any bits that stick out, I'm not worried about because I can cut them off. Because this is the one I'm most interested in, because the colour should show us exactly what's happening inside the resin. It looks a lot stranger than I expected. And that's why I've pushed this one a little bit further and done some different things with it, as I think this is probably where the best effect will come from. Now these need to cure fully, and this is where the real test begins. And what I'm most concerned about is whether the hot glue moves, traps bubbles, or reacts strangely while the resin cures. So we'll leave these to cure up and see what happens. It's been about 20 minutes now, and the one I poured into the resin, the clear one, obviously didn't get time to set, and as a result, this resin is starting to warm up, and it is released itself, and it is already melting again in there. What I'm going to do is try and push that right the way down and see if that will make a difference. I'm not sure it will. I think this one's going to be a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest. The red one, where I let it dry first, that does seem to be setting in there still quite nicely, even though the resin is getting to that thick gel hot stage. No, look, it's just floating back up again. Look, and it's melted. You can see it all melting off there. It never really got to cool down, I don't think. Oh, now it's stuck to my tweezers. So I'm going to leave that in there to float around and do its own thing now, because I don't think I'm going to be able to rescue that. But we never know. It might look amazing when it's finished. And it might not as well. This one does still feel really warm, but those bits are where I've left them at the moment. So we'll leave this to cure up, then we'll come back to it, and you can tell me that was a waste of time, money and effort and resin. So was this a bad idea? Let's have a look. This is the one with the clear resin. I put it into the liquid resin, and as it got warmer, it melted the glue and caused it to rise up. So I don't know what it's going to come out like. To be honest, pretty insignificant. So the clear hot glue is probably not suitable unless you want a really soft hidden effect. Didn't do much at all. No, disappointing. And this is the one with the coloured glue, the glittery stuff. That's given an okay effect, But again, I wouldn't say that is brilliant. You would get that much better effect. Oh, I quite like the way where it's settled there on the top, and it's got the squiggly bits running through it. But again, it did get too warm and it melted the glue and caused it to float, which is the top of the mold there. This has potential, and I think we could do things with this one. And this is the one I would definitely try again and see if I could get it to work and get it to come out more like that sort of effect, but all the way through. And using a deep pour resin would be the answer for that. But they are weak results. But I like to show you both what works and what doesn't work when I have these sorts of ideas. So the answer is hot glue in resin can work, but plain clear glue, pouring it directly into the resin, isn't going to work. I certainly wouldn't use it for every project, but for weird organic lines, maybe that would be the way to go. Or maybe use it in smaller, shallower molds like jewellery. It started as a bad idea, but this one, it hasn't really surprised me at all. Though I quite like it looking at it from there. It's just looking at it from the top, it's not great. Check out the video that's coming up next. You'll want to watch that. I use cling film in this video, and that created a completely different effect that I really did not expect. I'll put that video on the screen now. Enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.